All right, we're gonna start with spraying our faucet. And make sure you get behind the faucet too, because you always want to be cleaning this little space behind the faucet. You can either use a magic eraser or you can use a toothbrush, and you of course always want to make sure your magic eraser is wet and wrung out. With the toothbrush, I always spray a little bit on the toothbrush so the toothbrush and your faucet have cleaner on them. Anyway, make sure that you guys are really getting around the faucet plus the on and like off, like the cold and hot things. There's always a ton of stuff built up here. Again, you can also use a magic eraser if you wanted to. Try and get behind and in between the little stopper. And make sure you guys are cleaning the underneath side of the faucets as well, getting up really close to the edges. Again, you can use the toothbrush and scrub. The bristles get right up in there. Same thing for behind. This sink is a little too tight, so I'm actually going to use the magic eraser and just get it in there as well as I possibly can. Kind of have to like smush it down. Also making sure you get the underside part of the handles on top, you know, all the good stuff. Okay, and when we're going to dry it, you of course want it all to be dry. I kind of floss it in between, if that makes sense. Let's see if I can show you better. So yeah, you'll take your floss and just really shove it in there and then kind of pull the whole rag out. Again, same thing. Floss it. You can go back and forth and pull the whole thing out. Same thing for the back side too. You want to try and floss with your rag behind the faucet. You can smush it down there to make sure you're getting it all, and then pull it through. Also too, I don't know if you saw that, but underneath the faucets, once you're done like shining it or whatever, you can scrub this guy and they get pretty dirty too. With your toothbrush or your magic eraser, I would also make sure you guys are getting really well in this lip right here where all the nasty stuff sits. With the drain, if you cannot pull the drain out and you can see stuff, or even if you can't, just little something extra, scrub around it. If you can pull this out, make sure you're pulling it out and actually cleaning the whole thing, because sometimes it gets like black stuff, orange stuff, just like built up in this little thing. And for instance, like in Lenore's bathtub, hers comes out and needs to be cleaned every time. There are also a couple of other customers where these actually remove. So if they are removable, then remove them. I don't want you taking apart the underneath of the sink to remove it, but if you can pull it up to take it out, please make sure you're always cleaning that too. It gets pretty gunky. So yes, make sure you get in the little crevice and then in to the drain stopper as much as possible. And then of course, wipe it all dry and make sure there are no hairs or any fluffies left behind from your rag. Voila.